Hello from the jackpot joint of Jerusalem, where we are running short of gin and Hennessy because of all the shit that's happening in this country. Anyway, we had a little sit down last night, just the girls, talking about everything and blah blah blah. Now we have some gripes, though. Okay, we have some complaints about your excuse me. When somebody posts online or tells you in person, oh, I just gave birth to a very beautiful baby boy, he's 2 weeks old, blah, blah, blah. Don't go and say your second cousin 4 times removed had a baby and, oh, he's so cute, he came out with 10 teeth. Give people their flowers. Do you understand? If somebody said, I just passed an exam, just congratulate them, be happy for them. It is not a good look if somebody says, even, this is funny because even when somebody's relative or loved one passes away and somebody says, oh, my dad passed away, and then somebody will come and say, oh, my dad passed 10 years ago and it feels like yesterday. We know it feels like yesterday. We know, because most of us have lost both our parents. But give that person the empathy that they need at that moment. Don't come with stories from your hood friends and relatives. Just leave that out of the equation. And the thing that really has us upset is that a 6-year-old boy with leukemia was taken into custody by ICE while they were at the immigration office. But the sadness of this is that this boy peed himself and everything, and ICE so took him away. They did not listen to anybody, not one person. America has gone beyond this. We're living in a dictatorship. And then, of course, the Supreme Court decision that came down today about birthright citizenship. Now, I have something to say about that. If they are going to deport people that was born in the USA of non-USA parents, they need to start with Ivanka, Don Jr., and Eric. That is in Beavis and Butthead, and Trump's second wife, Ivanka, and Barron. The only child that has been born here legally is Tiffany Trump. The rest of them, birthright citizens. The Slovenian hooker was not a citizen when Barron was born. So they can all go. With her Einstein visa, they can all go. Leave the poor people alone. They just came here for a better life. The other case is of a of a Marine that a Purple Heart Marine that was he was born on an American base to an American father, but he was deported by ICE to the Caribbean because he is deemed not to be a citizen. Now, this guy fought and bled for this country. So if you think it's never going to affect you, I have news for you. It's coming towards everybody that was uncommitted, all the Cubanos that was acting out. Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump, we vote for Mr. Trump. We will see, and I can wait. I can wait until that comes to pass. Now, on something else that was on the radar today was this Jeff Bezos' wedding in Naples. You know that the GDP of those people at the wedding was more than 39 countries in the world. They completely took over Venice. Now, I know that when you have money, you can do whatever you want, but I wonder how the ordinary Venetians feel that had to give up a day in their beautiful city to the excess and debauchery of rich white people. We don't count up to Oprah and Usher. That was look at the Kardashians that was there. I mean, everybody that was who is who was there, and that's not a good look, you know. This very same Jeff Bezos that doesn't pay a lot of taxes can flaunt his wealth in the faces of those people that are suffering and go take over a city in another country. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. On a somber note, Melissa Hartman and her husband and their dog was laid to rest in Minnesota today, and the mourner in chief, the consoler in chief, Joe Biden, attended the funeral. So there's no word out from the White House. Never said any word. The story sort of died a slow death because it was a white domestic terrorist that killed these people. There was a couple of days later, there was a story that said, oh, he wrote in his memoirs or whatever, or his diary, whatever that is, that Governor Tim Walz was the person that put him on to doing that. Now, if you know, you know, because the Minnesota House, Senate, and Congress is equally divided right now. And with the death of Melissa Hartman, of course, she was the Speaker of the House. That gives me one less Democrat, but I'm sure that Tim Walz can appoint somebody in her place. And the other person, of course, survived. But MAGA, it's crickets from MAGA, it's crickets from the White House. And it just shows you how much your vote counts. First of all, Hillary told you back in the day that the Republicans can appoint up to 4 justices. And here we are. Roe v. Wade is gone. Birthright citizenship is on the block. They're going to go after everything. Now, they're also going after black soldiers in the United States Army because they have put out a regulation that, you know, mostly people that suffers from razor bumps are black people. So they are not allowed to have beards anymore, and if they have beards, they have to shave it, or they are going to be kicked out of the military. So that's just another way of getting rid of black people. And finally, the president of Virginia of UVA had to resign because of pressure from Yamtas, because Yamtas was not happy about the DEI. I mean, it's not like they don't have a DUI hire at the White House. Pete Hegseth, and what is that girl, the blonde girl that yucks like a damn bird when she does the press conferences. But anyway, so we have to continue to document. We have to continue to make our voices heard, because we are in very dark times, and the point, the whole thing is that the less truthful information that gets out, the more we will be overrun by the dictatorship of Trump and his regime. You know, like what is Pam Bondi said up there the other day in a hearing in Congress, and said that she was not aware that ICE wears masks. Now, if that's not a lie, then I don't know what is a lie. Anyway, I'm going to mind my business after that happens. I'm going to have a great day after this, and God bless everybody, and take care of yourselves.